So you're wondering what's happening with Kensington, Maryland real estate these days. Well, you've come to the right place because that's what we're talking about today, and we're starting right now. Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Harry Moore and I'm a full-time veteran real estate agent in the Washington, D.C. metro area. I post new videos every week about all things real estate in the DMV. One of the questions that I get all the time is, how's the market? If you're curious about what's going on with Kensington, Maryland home sales, then stick around for the next few minutes for an up-to-the-minute snapshot of the Kensington, Maryland real estate market. So, let's get going. First, we'll look at the current numbers for October and then the year-to-date numbers. So we'll start with new listings. This year there were 38 new listings, last year 39, so that's a decrease of 2%. The total active listings at the end of the month, this year 46, last year 55, so that's a decrease of 17%. And the properties that went under contract, this year 33, last year 26, that's an increase of 27%. If you're getting your updates from Zillow, Trulia, or Realtor.com or any of the other portal sites, then many of the listings you're seeing may not even be available. If you want up-to-the-minute data, then contact your agent and ask them to set up an update for you that's coming directly from the multiple listing service. That's the primary source that feeds all the portal sites. Why not get it direct from the horse's mouth? Here's another benefit of direct MLS search. You can see the coming soon listings. So if you want to know about listings when they're being pre-marketed in the MLS, then you'll need to have your agent set up that search for you. Now let's take a quick look at the year-to-date numbers. The total number of sold properties. This year 260, last year 235. That's an increase of 10%. Median sales price. This year $622, last year $611,000. That's an increase of 2%. And the average days on market, this year 33, last year 35. That's a decrease of 6%. If you've got a house on the market and it's not selling, maybe it's been on the market for longer than 33 days and you'd like to figure out how to get your house sold, then check out my video up above or click in the link below talking about the 4 things you need to do to get your house that's already on the market under contract and sold. Here's another number that I like to watch, the properties that failed to sell. In October, 17 properties failed to sell. Although some of those will probably come back on the market or came back on the market, it reminds us that even in a strong seller's market, not every house sells. 2 other numbers that I keep an eye on are the absorption rate and the list to sell ratio. You might wonder, what's the absorption rate? Take the average number of monthly sales over the past 12 months and divide that into the active properties. That tells you how long it'd take for all the houses that are on the market to sell if nothing else came on the market. By using a 12-month average, that takes seasonal market cycles into account. If you know the number of months of inventory, that helps to determine what sort of market that you're in. The basic criteria are 0 to 4 months is a seller's market, 4 to 6 months is a balanced market or transitional market, and 6 months plus is a buyer's market. At the end of October, Kensington had 1.84 months worth of inventory. That's down from 2.17 months at the end of September. Another number that I watch is the list to sell ratio. That's how much the average home sells for as a percentage of the original asking price. This is another really good indicator of what sort of market that you're in. Higher list to sell ratio means a seller's market. Lower ratio points to a buyer's market. The average list to sell ratio for October was 97.6%, so up just slightly from the prior month. So what do all these numbers mean? Well, inventory has dropped since last month. That's a combination of about 10% less new listings coming on the market and almost a 30% jump in new contracts month over month. Another sign of the strong seller's market is the drop in total months of supply to 1.84 months. Demand has remained strong with average days on market dropping year over year. The lag in average sale price year over year from 2018 has turned positive in September, and it continues a steady climb up. So it's a good time to sell. If you know anyone who's thinking about selling, I'd appreciate the opportunity to speak with them to see how I can help them capitalize on this strong seller's market. So this is all big picture data, which is good to have, but real estate is very local, and you can see big variations in the market based on price range and specific location. If you're thinking about getting into the market, either as a buyer or a seller, and would like detailed neighborhood-specific analysis, my contact information is below. Call, write, text, email, whatever works for you. I'll get right back to you and see what I can do to be of service. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you liked what you saw, please tap that like button. And if you know someone, maybe a friend or neighbor, who might benefit from this information, please share this video with them. Last but not least, if you want to see more videos about real estate in the DMV, then subscribe and ring that bell so you'll be updated whenever new videos come out. Make it a great day, and I'll see you again soon.